Every night, while the rest of the town slept, Nova was wide awake. Wide awake and looking up. Nova was 11 years old, with paint-stained fingers, wild hair, and a notebook full of drawings of planets, rockets, and stars she had named herself. Her biggest dream was simple. She wanted to build a rocket. A real one, that could actually fly. Nova had been working on her design for 3 months. Every day after school she would rush to her room, pull out her blueprints and get to work. Her rocket was made from everything she could find: cardboard tubes, foil, wire, and sheer determination. Her friends thought it was just a hobby. Her teacher smiled politely but said nothing. And her older brother Leo laughed every single time he walked past her door. "A cardboard rocket," he said one evening, leaning on the doorframe. "Sure, Nova. Maybe it'll reach the moon." Nova didn't look up from her blueprints. "Someday," she said quietly. "It will." The day of the first launch, Nova's hands were shaking. She stood in the open field, her rocket gleaming beside her. A few kids had come to watch. Some were curious. Some were waiting to laugh. Nova closed her eyes, took one deep breath, and pressed the button. The rocket shot upward with a sharp whoosh, climbing higher and higher into the blue sky. Everyone gasped. For 4 beautiful seconds it flew, then it spun, tilted, and crashed nose first into the ground. Some kids laughed. Some went quiet. Nova walked slowly to the wreckage and knelt beside it. She picked up a piece of the broken wing, turned it over in her hands, and for the first time her eyes filled with tears. She sat alone on the bench for a long time. Then she opened her notebook. On one page she had written a quote she once found in a library book. It said, "Rockets don't fly on the first try. Neither do the people who build them." Below it, she had drawn a tiny rocket with a smiley face. Nova stared at it. Then slowly she picked up her pencil, and started writing down everything that had gone wrong. Not to feel bad. To fix it, Nova rebuilt. She redesigned the fins. She changed the weight. She read every book about aerodynamics she could find. She failed 6 more times. Each time she wrote down what went wrong. Each time she came back. Late one night, her brother Leo leaned in the doorway watching her. He didn't laugh this time. "Why do you keep going?" he asked quietly. "It keeps crashing." Nova looked up. "Because every crash tells me something the last one didn't." Leo was quiet for a long moment. Then he walked in, sat down, and said, "Okay. Show me the blueprints." This time Nova wasn't alone. Together, she and Leo built the second rocket. Stronger, lighter, better balanced. Nova painted her stars on the side. Leo painted a small moon without being asked. When it was done, they both stood back and looked at it. It was the most beautiful thing Nova had ever made. Launch day came again. This time the whole class showed up. And Nova's teacher. And half the neighborhood. Nova stood tall. Her hands were steady. She looked up at the sky and smiled. She pressed the button. The rocket launched straight and true and perfect, climbing higher and higher until it was nothing but a tiny silver speck against the blue. The field erupted in cheers. Nova slowly raised both arms and laughed. A real, full, free laugh. She had done it. That night, back on the rooftop, Nova opened a brand new notebook. At the top of the first page, she wrote one single line. Rocket number 3, because she already knew this was only the beginning. Giving up is easy. Anyone can do it. But coming back after the crash, after the laughter, after the tears, that is where the real journey starts. Never give up on the thing that makes your eyes light up. The stars are waiting.